Karnataka is today considered as pioneer in software industry and knowledge hub, and Bangalore is known as Silicon Valley of India. This status was not achieved in few years, but the result of foundation laid down by the erstwhile Maharaja of Mysore Narwadi Krishnaraja Odayar. Today I'll be speaking about the 24th king of Mysore kingdom, Maharaja Krishnaraja Odayar IV. Krishnaraja Odayar IV was born on 4 June 1884 in Mysore Palace. He was the eldest son of Maharaja Chamarajendra Odayar X and Maharani Vani Vilas Sannidhana. After the death of his father in Calcutta in 1894, Krishnaraja Odayar IV ascended the throne in 1895 at the age of 11 years. However, his mother was named as the state regent until 1902. The Maharaja had his early education and training at Lok Ranjan Palace under the direction of P. Raghavendra Rao. In addition to Western studies, he was instructed in languages of Kannada and Sanskrit and was taught horse riding and Indian and Western classical music. His early administrative training was imparted by Sir Stuart Fraser of Bombay Civil Service. The study of the principle of jurisdics and methods of revenue administration was supplemented by extensive tours of the state, during which he gained extensive knowledge of the nature of the country which he was later to govern. On 6 June 1900, he married Maharani Pratapa Kumari Ammani of Kaitawar, the youngest daughter of Rana Shri Bane Sinjay Sahib, Rana Sahib of Vana in Kaitawar region of present-day Gujarat state. Shortly after the death of his father, Maharaja Chamarajendra Odayar X, on 28 December 1894, Maharaja Krishnaraja Odayar IV, still a boy of 11, ascended the throne on February 1, 1895. His mother ruled as regent until Krishnaraja Odayar IV took over on 8 February 1902. He was invested as Maharaja of Mysore with full ruling powers by Viceroy Lord Curzon on 8 August 1902 at a ceremony at Jagan Mohan Palace. During his 39-year reign as Maharaja, he had 7 Diwans: Sir P. N. Krishnamurti, Sir V. P. Madhav Rao, Sir T. Ananda Rao, Sir M. Vishwesvaraya, Sir M. Kantaraj Aras, Sir Albion Rajkumar Banerjee, Sir Mizra Ismail. During his reign, he worked towards elimination of poverty and improving rural reconstruction, public health, industry, economic regeneration, education and finance. Such were the strides of Mysore made during his periods that Gandhiji was moved to remark the Maharaja was a Rajashri. Paul Burton, the British philosopher and Orientalist, John Guntur, and American author and the British statesman Lord Samuel were also among those who heaped praise on the king. Lord Sankey said during the round table conference that Mysore was the best administered state in the world. Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya described Raja as dharmic. Lord Wellington echoed the sentiment by calling Mysore's industrial development incredible. In an obituary, the Times called him a ruling prince second to none in esteem, affection, inspired by both his impressive administration and his attractive personality. He was also compared to Emperor Ashoka by British nobility. So well recognized was his administration of the state that princes from other parts of India were sent to Mysore for their training. Maharaja Krishnaraja Odayar IV respected all religions equally, and a number of temples, mosques and churches were built during his reign. Maharaja Sri Krishnaraja Odayar's reign brought Mysore into limelight for many reasons. Maharaja Krishnaraja Odayar IV was the first to criminalize untouchability and ban child marriage for girls under the age of 8 years. He also established a number of scholarships for widowed children and donated 60 lakhs each year for spastic children. In 1915, the Mysore Social Progress Association formed to empower the weaker section of Mysore University. In 1918, he appointed Sir Leslie Miller to look into the backward classes and recommended 25% reservation of government jobs for non-Brahmins. In 1925, he also established the Kandara Sahakara Sangha to help villagers in Taggur. The City Improvement Trust Board was set up under his guidance, the first association of its kind in India. A number of educational institutions were set up under his guidance, many of which are renowned even today. The Sanskrit College in Mysore was personally funded by Maharaja. He also gifted Sir C.V. Raman 10 acres of land to set up his science institution. In 1927, the kingdom's total expenditure on education increased from 6,99,000 in 1902 to 46,80,000. A total of 8,000 schools were running in Mysore at the time with 5,15,000 pupils. The Maharaja also established the hydroelectric power project at Shivana Samudra in 1902. Mysore became the first state to produce hydroelectric power not only in India but in all of Asia. During his reign, Minto Eye Hospital, which is the world's oldest hospital, was established. On 5th August 1905, street lights were introduced in Bangalore. This made Bangalore the first Asian city with street lights. Under Krishnaraja Wodeyar IV's guidance, Mysore Representative Assembly was expanded. In 1907, the assembly became bicameral with establishment of its legislative council. Long before women in America and other parts of the world were allowed to vote, they were given the right to do so in Mysore. He also established the Vani Vilas Sagar Dam in Chitradurga, which was the first dam in Karnataka. During his reign, Mysore Boy Scouts, this program was introduced. It was first of its kind in India. The Indian Institute of Science at Bangalore, which was established in 1911 at 371 acres of land, funds were gifted to Indian Institute of Science to begin running functionally. Primary education was made compulsory for everyone in 1915 and public schools were directed to begin admitting Dalit children in an effort to give up caste discrimination. He also established the State Bank of Mysore, Bangalore Agricultural University, Kannada Sahitya Parishad, Mysore University, Mysore Chamber of Commerce, Sandalwood Oil Factory and Bhadravati Iron and Steel Factory, to name a few. He also became the co-founder and the first chancellor of Banaras Hindu University. The Maharaja also built the KRS Dam, which was a crucial irrigation in Mysore, and it was built in 1924 after Maharaja pledged family assets to the project. At the time, it was Asia's largest dam. Hindustan Aeronautic Limited was a company that came into existence much later, but the Maharaja laid its foundation stone in 1940. Krishnaraja Wodeyar himself could play a number of musical instruments including violin, flute, sitar, veena, saxophone, mridangam, piano and nadaswaram. Like his predecessors, he patronized a number of Hindustani, Carnatic and Western artists. Some of these esteemed guests of Maharaja of Mysore included Gohar Jan, Abdul Karim Khan and members of Agra Gharana, Ustad Vilayat Hussain Khan and Natan Khan. Barkullah Khan was a musician at the palace from 1919 to 1930. The Maharaja was also recognized for his promotion of Kannada and Sanskrit literature. Recognizing the many benefits of yoga, the Maharaja patronized Sri T. Krishnamacharya, who in turn trained Pattabi Joyce and P.K.S. Iyengar. The Maharaja was honored with Delhi Darbar Gold Medal in 1903, Knight Grand Commander of Order of the Star of India in 1907, Delhi Darbar Gold Medal in 1911, Bailiff Grand Cross of Order of St. John in 1911, Knight Grand Cross of Order of British Empire in 1917, King George V Silver Jubilee Medal in 1935, King George VI Coronation Medal in 1937, Honorary Doctorate from Banaras Hindu University at its 21st convocation held on 28 December 1937. Honorary Doctorate was confirmed posthumously in 2011 by University of Mysore. The Maharaja died on 3rd August 1940 at the age of 56 at Bangalore Palace. He was succeeded by his adopted son and nephew Jayachamarajendra Wodeyar, after which Jayachamarajendra Wodeyar took over and continued ruling with the same spirit as that of Krishnaraja Wodeyar IV for the next 10 years till he signed the accession papers to accede to independent India. It was because of such service to society the people of Mysore hold the Maharaja with high regard and even today is worshipped in households. In fact, due to public demand, the Maharaja of Mysore was the only prince among the 565 princes in total in India to be given the post of governor for a state in independent India.